welcome back to my channel, Diamond Painting with Anxiety. I'm Karen. So, it's been an entire month since, or more, maybe even more, since I've done one of my self-care Sundays. And that's because I did a lot of self-care in the month of September for sure, and made some progress, but I didn't do any tracking. It was just one of those months. So, you know, the beautiful thing about continuing to grow and trying to improve ourselves is we can always just start over. So, my month of September for my tracker, this morning when I opened it up, let's see, where is it? Was completely blank. So I did kind of readjust some of my goals. I decided that because the beginning of the month is going to start on Thursday, that I would go ahead and start today. So right here in this column, I put start. And this is how I'm going to track my goals for the month of October. I did change some of the goals, well, one of them, I think. So for my spirit, I'm still going to do daily study 4 or more times. For my health, no coffee after 2, 4 or more times. That's been a real challenge for me. Although this month I did switch to decaf only after 2, but I've still been having some decaf. But that's progress. And if I had decaf rather than caffeinated coffee, I would go ahead and give myself credit for that in the tracker. Key relationships, game with Wyatt 1 or more. For my family category, I'd like to call a family member 1 or more times per week. For work, I want to use my timer to stay more focused 5 or more times a day. So basically every work day. Time management, I want to use my autofocus system, which is my to-do list task system. Environments, I want to do 15-minute tidy 5 or more times a week, preferably right before bed. For social, I want to call someone 1 or more times a week. Money, no impulse buy 5 or more times a week. Leisure and fun, for my channel, I want to do 3 or more videos per week. For service, I want to diamond paint with the residents 1 or more. For my mind, I want to watch no TV at bedtime 5 or more times a week, so basically on work nights. For self-esteem, I want to set 1 or more goals and achieve it. Stress management, I want to check in at 11 5 or more times using my Life app, which is a meditation app. Journaling, I want to journal in the AM and PM 5 or more times a week. I want to do my AM routine, which is, you know, the normal stuff that you would do every morning, but kind of doing it in a focused, ritualized way. So brushing the teeth, getting dressed all the way to my shoes, doing my skincare, making sure I have makeup on before I go to work. And then my PM routine, which 4 or more times, I'm going to add a little more to that, and I'm going to say by 9 p.m. So by 9 p.m., have my face washed, have my jammies on, have my phone off, maybe be doing a little cross-stitching, and kind of doing some relaxing so that I can hopefully get to bed by 10 p.m. So that's the goal. Now, if you remember from my earlier videos, we're looking for progress and not perfection. Like I said, a lot of this stuff I did last month. I made some progress on the coffee one. Let's see. Definitely made some progress in posting videos. I've been posting a lot of videos lately. I'm finding that I'm having a lot of fun with it, and so that's something that's really good for my self-care. So I've made some progress, but I'm just going to jump in and see how much more progress I can make this month. and really try to hold myself accountable for, you know, doing my tracking. Like I said, I made an extra column right here and it says start because my week starts on Monday, but today's Sunday, so I wanted to start out today. So I've already achieved my self-esteem goal for the week. I've done my nails, and I've done my AM routine. So that's my plan for the month. So let's do a little bit of self-care. I recently got these. I saw these in a video unboxing that Mrs. Coffee did. Got really excited about them. I actually ordered, I think, 3 of them because I want to incorporate these into my IKEA storage cube system that I have for my apartment. So I purchased these for myself. My plan is to work on these during Sunday self-care and just really enjoy the process. This kit comes with 6 colors. It is partial, so there's just parts of this you drill. Oh, that kind of really stuck. And it tore on me. Oh my goodness, I maybe should not have taken that all the way off. Let's see if I can put it back. Actually, I don't think it will matter a whole lot as long as I make really, really sure I don't put the wrong side down. So, let's see. I'm just going to put a little mark here, okay? I think that will help me be able to tell this side up. All right on it. There we go. Okay, now I'm not worried. Anyway, this is a partial. It is, did I just say 6 colors? It's actually 7. Again, because this is going to be something that I want to create for me during the holiday season, which is already kicked off for me. I have a tendency to really focus on making things for other people. So I really, really want to honor this project that I'm doing for myself and really enjoy it as much as I can. Now this is a special drill painting, and the drills are absolutely beautiful colors. And again, I wanted to kit up a little bit differently than I normally do, just really make this special and fun for myself. So I did use my containers that look like this. And what I did, let's see if I can get this into frame for you. What I did is I went ahead and kitted all of them up in these clear containers. You know, there's different shapes and they're really pretty. I do have 3 of these, so of course there would be, you know, if I were to kit them all up, there would be 3 packages, which sometime this week I may go ahead and open them all, because what I plan to do, it's probably a little hard for you to see. I wonder if you can see, yeah, you can maybe see them a little better if I turn them this way, the beautiful colors and everything. Anyway, what I plan to do is go ahead and open all of the packages, and I'm going to take these and set them in the windowsill of my area that I do my diamond painting in. Let the sunlight hit the beautiful colors, let them be pretty and sparkly, just kind of as a special reminder to myself that my self-care is really important. So that's my plan. I'm going to go ahead and flip these up so that I can get started. Hopefully you've got a project that you're working on and we can have a little bit of a whip and chat here. Hang on, give me 1 second and we will get going. We need a boat. Let's see, I guess we'll go ahead and start with the number 1 because there's one right in the center. Yeah, so this is really a project that I just want to take time with, just really kind of, you know, enjoy. These drills are, colors are so, well, special drills, gemstones, whatever you want to call them. The colors are so beautiful. That's a beautiful, really icy blue. Just love it. I don't know if I'll do one color at a time with this project, or we'll see. I think kind of, ooh, the glue's a little slidey. kind of whatever makes me happy is going to be what I'm going to do. So yes, as far as self-care, I have done, made some good progress. One of the reasons I set doing my nails as my self-care goal for this week is it's something that kind of like seeing these drills when I sit down to, diamond paint this week. That will be a cue. It will be a reminder that my self-care is important. But when my nails are done, that's a reminder to me too. It's something really visible that reminds me that it's important that I take time for myself and that I did take some time for myself. I know that a lot of people are using the all dashing nails or what is the name of that company that has the nail polish strips? I can't think of it right now. But anyway, there's a lot of amazing nail products out there. For me, I really enjoy, and I have enjoyed this ever since I've been a teenager. I actually enjoy doing my nails kind of the old school way with polish. I do use gel polish product combined with a product called, I don't even know how to pronounce it. I think it's called ceviche or something like that. Anyway, it's a product that you put over wet nail polish that makes it dry really. Okay, sorry, the notification went off. I turned my phone off. I don't even know. It's me, you guys. You never know. Anyway, I was talking about doing my nails. So ever since I've been a teenager, I've really enjoyed doing my nails. I use gel nail products and a special top coat that helps the polish to dry and bond together and gives you a really hard finish. And it dries in about 10 minutes. So it's, I'm sure that the press-on nails and the nail polish strips, I'm sure those are fabulous products. But again, because this is about my self-care, it's about slowing down, taking some time for myself. So I don't mind spending the 20 minutes or so that it takes to do my nails once a week. Even kind of, when I wear a dark color, like what I have on today, I do get some chips at the tips of my finger. I, spend all of my time every day on a keyboard, so that's kind of hard on them, things like that. But so sometimes throughout the week, I do have to do a little maintenance as far as like, hiding the chips and things like that. But even that maintenance that's required, it's just a good way for me to slow down and remember to take care of myself. Self-care is so important for all of us, and we're coming up on the holidays, and like I said, with my crafting, with everything that goes on in my life, this time of year, I have a tendency to be very others focused, even more so than usual. So I think it's just really important for all of us that we remember to, take that time for ourselves. So that's really important. So I'm glad that I've already achieved one of my major goals for the week. I think that will, help get me off to a good start. As I said at the beginning of this video, I have really, really been enjoying doing recording. I've been putting up a lot more videos than I think I probably have in the past. And it's just because I'm having fun with it. I'm still a really small channel, have under 1,000 subscribers. My watch time is kind of I've noticed since the pandemic has happened, since the beginning of COVID-19, my watch time on my videos is even lower than it used to be. And my theory is that there have been a lot of new channels that have started. There's just a lot out there to watch. And so the fact that I don't get a whole lot of views, that's really okay with me. I'm in no race. to get to 1,000. I've said before, the only reason I really want to get to 1,000 and monetize my channel someday is just to prove both to myself and my kids that I can do it. But in the meantime, I'm just going to have as much fun as I possibly can working on my channel. The channel, at least for right now, is feeling like a pretty secondary, not a pretty secondary, I mean, it is the secondary hobby to this diamond painting. I really enjoy the interaction I get with, the people that comment and just being part of the community and watching everybody else grow. So it's just, for me, it's just a super, super important part of my self-care. I think it's also going to be really important that I focus on self-care this time of year, because this is typically the time of year where I don't talk about it a whole lot, but I do have fibromyalgia, which is a chronic pain disorder that's quite painful. And there are certain times of the year that are worse for me than others. And here in California, the fall can be quite hot. And there's a lot of, it'll go from super, super hot to cooling down a little bit back to super, super hot. And that is all about, barometric pressure changes and things like that. And that causes my fibromyalgia to flare up and causes me to have a lot more pain. So in the past couple of weeks, the pain has been pretty intense. It's kind of interesting. Most people that do have fibromyalgia have a lot of pain in the summer. Ever since my fibromyalgia developed, I always had more pain in the summertime when it was hot. I don't know, just something strange about my body. But since I've moved to California, it's not quite so bad in the summertime, but it does get worse in the fall. The fall and the spring, I would say. So, and then I seem to do better during the summer and during the winter. Again, because I think once the barometric pressure just kind of gets to a more even, stable place, I just don't have as much pain. So it's really important that I focus on my self-care right now, because I'm not feeling all that great. And when we start not feeling good, it's really, really easy to let go of the self-care stuff, kind of like I did in September. I didn't completely stop doing self-care, but I wasn't as focused on it as I really want to be. So it's just time to put some time and effort. Also, there have been so many changes in my life this year, with Wyatt coming to live here with me because of COVID-19. I am now working from home, and it looks like I'm going to be staying at home. I don't know when, if ever, they plan on having us return to the corporate offices, at least for my department. My supervisor really kind of wants us to stay working remotely, so we'll see what happens with that. But there have just been a lot of changes. Wyatt coming, working from home, a change in my living conditions as far as needing to share the space in this tiny studio apartment with Wyatt. And a lot of that is all real positive stuff, but still, it's just something that, kind of drains you. It's something you have to, it's something that can take a lot out of you. So that's something I need to stay aware of too. And then also, there's just the time of the year. This time of the year can be difficult for a lot of different people for a lot of different reasons. Depression can start to get more intense or develop. Grief issues can kind of start to become more active in your life. So, you know, the more time we spend on our self-care, the more we are going to be able to have the strength and reserves that we are going to need to, you know, be able to stand up against all of that. So it's pretty important for all of us. So that's why I'm going to just start focusing again. Some of the things that I plan to really focus on this week as far as my self-care, of course, is my coffee consumption. Was really, really wonderful. It felt so good today. I was in Cal Withington's live. If you, I'm sure you're all subscribed to Cal, but if you're not, be sure to go check her channel out. She's wonderful. I just love her channel. Just love her. Really admire what she's doing with her channel, and just really enjoy watching her videos. But I was in her live this morning. That's one of the things that I do for self-care as often as I possibly can, is watch her live on Sunday. And I was in her live, and I said something about going to get, she asked if we all had our beverages handy right as the live was starting, and I said, I'm gonna go grab a cup of coffee right now. And because she's one of the people that, you know, I have developed a friendship with, and she supports me, and she really truly cares about me, she said, but how many cups of coffee have you had today, Karen? And so, you know, we kind of joked about it, and she was good-naturedly teasing me, but, you know, it was just her way of kind of letting me know that, you know, she's paying attention to what I have going on in my life, and she cares. That's one of the wonderful things about being involved in this community, is the way that we do all care about each other. So, I finished my cup of coffee that I made, and then later on in the live, I told her, I said, Cal, you'd be proud of me. I've switched to water, and I'm drinking water even now. No coffee near me. Let me have a sip. As I said, I have recently switched to decaf after 2 p.m. in the afternoons instead of caffeinated coffee. But for today, I'm going to try to not even drink any more decaf. I'm going to try to, for the rest of the day, to just stick with water. I want to wake up tomorrow on Monday morning just feeling good and ready to start my week. So that's my plan for that. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So that's one of my really big goals for this week. And then, of course, that goal will help me with the goal of, you know, not needing to turn my television on at bedtime because I'm suffering with insomnia. It's actually a part of the fibromyalgia, and also a part of a sleep disorder I have, but I stay in a twilight form of sleep all night long. I don't go into the deepest stages of REM sleep. I stay basically sort of like half awake, half asleep. So I wake up probably 6 or 7 times a night. So even when I am sleeping, I normally fall asleep pretty quickly, but I don't stay asleep. And I think I've said this before in one of these self-care lives or elsewhere in one of my videos, that right around the time Naomi died, I let myself develop this habit of sleeping with the TV on because I just needed my brain to have something to focus on. But now it's reached a place where I just can't sleep without the TV on. So, not, you know, ingesting as much caffeine throughout the day should help with that a little bit. And hopefully, you know, even though it's part of the fibromyalgia and my sleep disorder, it may really help me to, you know, maybe I'll wake up 4 or 5 times a night instead of 6 or 7. So that would be good. So that's one of my goals for this week. One of the other goals I really want to focus on is being sure that I reach out and make some phone calls, you know, call some friends, call my kids. I talk to my daughter Sarah pretty regularly, but I do have 2 other children that, you know, I should talk to more often. I have a tendency to be an isolator, so it's pretty important that I allow myself to be connected. And, you know, to call a friend this week too and just chit chat with someone. I did spend some time chit chatting with a friend Friday night over text, and that was nice. That felt really good. So I suppose that would count too. So that's one of the things I want to focus on this week. Let's see. Let me pull out my book here and see what else should I really focus on. Probably not, you know, hopefully I'll do all of these things, but I should have, like, it's really helpful when we're doing stuff like this to have, like, you know, 2 or 3 must-dos. So I think the must-dos for me are no coffee after 2, make a call to someone. Let's see, what else? Oh, this is a self-care goal that I need to set. So I will, later on, I'll be writing this in my book. At work, I don't think they can really even do this, but they have. We got an email from my boss a couple of weeks ago, I believe, and she told us, she said, if you want to take any vacation time before the end of the year, hang on just a minute, I need a sip of my water. Be sure you submit it by October 1st. Now, our employee manual says that we only have to submit 2 weeks ahead of time, but I can understand that, you know, they need to plan and things like that. So by Wednesday, I guess, I do need to decide on when I want to use some vacation time that I've got coming and what I want to do with it. I had originally thought that maybe I would take a trip up to Washington, but I'm not so sure now. I think I might do a staycation. I've actually never done that. I think it might be good for me to just have some downtime, or maybe do something local, you know, around here in the area. But I do need to plan that and get that submitted by Wednesday of this week, so I can get that approved and be able to do that. What I'm thinking right now is being really strategic and planning it right around the time of Thanksgiving, because for Thanksgiving, of course, we always have Thanksgiving Day off. The corporate, we're so spoiled. They usually send us home early on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, either around noon or 2 o'clock. And then we're given the Friday after Thanksgiving off with pay as well. So I'm thinking that I might take 3 days off starting the Monday after Thanksgiving, because that would, if I took Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off, that would give me 8 days off. Well, no, 7 full days, 7.5 days off for 3. And I think that's a good amount of time to, if I do decide to go somewhere, I can. If I decide to just stay home, that would be a good amount of time. I think it would also be good to take some time off right around the holidays before the Christmas season starts, so that I'm really rested up, fresh, get a jump start on all that Christmas shopping and all of that. That's probably a good idea. And then if I do that, I think all told, I could probably take I've probably got about 5 days of vacation time coming. So then I could do something similar, I think, right around New Year's. So my birthday is December 31st, and that is a day that we always work. So maybe take the 31st off, have the 1st off with pay, and then, I don't know, take the 2nd and the 3rd off too. So again, that would give me, kind of some options about what it is I want to do. And of course, if we're still working from home, depending on where I'm going and what I'm doing, I could also, take my computer with me and, kind of extend a vacation one way or the other just by, doing my 8-hour workday from wherever I'm at. So that's kind of one of the real cool benefits about being work from home. But that would just depend on the circumstances, where I was going to be, stuff like that. So we'll see. That's what I'm thinking, but that's something I definitely have to decide on for self-care this week. It's going to be a busy week. I have, of course, my 9-to-5 job. I've got to do some testing to keep my certification for my substance use disorder counseling. So I've got to get that done. And then Thursday is Wyatt's back to school night. So, yeah, it's going to be a busy week on top of the 3 jobs. Some extra things that I got to figure out how to squeeze in there. So again, when things get busy and they get hectic, it's just super, super important. Let's see. I should zoom you in a little bit more so you can see this. I don't really even know, because these colors are so light, I'm not even sure. Can you guys see how pretty that is? Super, super sparkly. That blue is just really nice. It just looks super, super icy on this canvas. Super nice. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking as far as my focus for this week coming. And other than that, trying to do as many of these self-care tasks that I have set for myself in my journal as possible every single day. It would just be really nice to have a super strong month, spend a lot of time focused on my self-care again before we end up heading into that holiday season where things just get so hectic and so busy. I mean, from the time Halloween season gets started, it's just go, 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 go. And it can get very difficult to remember to put ourselves first. And I'm bound and determined not to have that happen this year. It is going to be a little bit different for me this holiday season because it is the first time in a long time that I've actually had a child. Even though Wyatt's 14, I still consider him, a kid. So I've got somebody in my household to be sure that I make the holidays special for. So I need to have the energy and, be in a good place physically, mentally, and emotionally to be able to do that for him. So I'm just going to make it happen. So I'm really curious to know, what have you guys been doing for self-care? Do you have any goals that you would like to achieve for your self-care? Maybe for this week or the month of October? Are you guys, kind of focused on taking care of your health? How are you going to remember to make sure your cup stays filled, and you get enough rest and the proper care and love that you need to be your best? So I would love to have you guys share that with me in the comments section below. And, together we can make this a super strong self-care month. That would definitely be my goal for all of us. So I think with that, you guys, I am probably going to wrap this up. I made quite a bit of progress with these icy blue drills, which is the number one. I think I'll finish this last little, I don't know, swirl or curly Q or whatever this is. There we go. There was the last one. And I'm going to give you one more up close look at all the beauty. Isn't that pretty? It's so pretty. And with that, I'm going to remind you guys that we can change lives one drill at a time, especially if it's our own. Because when we change our lives, the entire world around us has to change. And self-care can make that a lot easier to do. So that's it for today, you guys. I will see you guys really soon. Thanks for watching.